Hey, Magic friends, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG, and today we're going to roll back the clock a good ways to Masters 25. And let's look and see if this set is worth its weight in gold, or is this the epic failed master set that everybody has talked about? So, before we get into it, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate anything and everything you can do. From the views of my videos, a lot of you guys are actually not subscribed. I'd appreciate it if you just hit that subscribe button and keep that content flowing. Also, if you've done everything you can, you've already subscribed, feel free to check out the links in the description to the eBay store, the Patreon, even my email is in there. I'm going to start doing some box openings and things for the Patreons and other people and putting those videos up and handing out some products. So, without further ado, let's talk about M25. So, as always, tray tables and seat backs in a full upright position as we take off into a questionable time in Magic's history. So, as you can see, when M25 first came out, it came out on the backs of many glorious master sets that the public loved and adored. Now, mind you, this is back in 18, before inflation, before everything else, and this was still a $190 box when it came out. So we got to keep all that stuff in perspective, right? So this set came out and immediately tanked. It says here it was down to around the 140s. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There was times, you can see over here it gets real. Like this is just yeah, down. It was never $35. People would buy it at that price. But for this first year here, when it came out uh, roughly mid 18, a little sooner than that, all the way to January of 19, actually all the way probably to right about here. Uh, this 6 months to a year was a catastrophe for Masters 25. And here's why. So all the previous Master sets, we had, let's see, what are they called? So if I can remember correctly, we have Modern Masters 15, then we had Eternal Masters, Modern Masters 17, Iconic Masters, and then is when 25 came out. And here's how it went. The original Modern Masters was amazing. Plenty of reprints. I mean, we're talking Goy, Snapcaster, the whole shebang. Then went into Modern Masters 15. Eternal Masters came out, which had fetch lands, which obviously through the roof. Then we went to 17 with no fetches. Um, and it was okay, but not received as well because, of course, there's no fetches, so it's going to be a little rougher. And then Iconic Masters came out, and it was not pretty. Now, still okay, but not as popular. And then off the backs of that came this set, Masters 25, and it was a disaster. Nobody wanted it. It was complete market rejection. And when it started out at 190 a box, I mean, it was bad. It got down to the 150s. I've heard stories of even less, but the lowest I seen was a $150 box when it first came out. Um, so you take that for what you will. Now, as you can see, Masters started getting better right around here. Uh, Almost a whole year after, it got back up to its original asking price of around 190. Now, again, there's not a lot of sales data. This is past history from what we can tell. But I'm here to tell you that this has been a bad product and dead money for a very long time, as you can see. Now, here it's shown in 19. It finally got back up to around a 220 range. Then, of course, the pandemic hit, knocking it back down to the 190s. So, honestly, guys, if you look at this, this has been selling at the exact price it pretty much came out at, plus or minus $10, for over 2 to 3 years. Now, for a Masters product, that is horrifying. That's 3 years of dead money before there's any action. But when that action finally happens, right after the pandemic, like we're going to see a big trend here, guys. Sorry for being a broken record on this. and repeating it. But after the pandemic and money started flowing back into the market, we see an uptick, and quite a big one too. As Magic got big again, people started going back out, having events again have started, causing the price spike in Modern Master or in Masters 25, a little bit above what it was before, and we're looking at right now around 237 to 250 for a box. Now, mind you, from the original set release and the original set price release, that is only probably, you know, at best we're talking 60 $70 increase. And some of you may say, but Clyde, that's a lot. Yes, it is. But when you look at it in comparison, now if it was a $70, 60 $70 increase on a $90 box, that's a 200% gain. Almost. That's insane, even over 3 years. Because 100% gain over 3 years, I mean, you're looking at a 33% gain a year. I mean, I would love to invest in something that gave me a 33% gain on my money every year. This, after 3 years, that $70 is only a 30% gain roughly over 3 years. So it's 10% a year. I mean, still a great gain, right, on average. But most of that gain has been realized in the last couple of months. And currently right now you can see down here on TCG Player, says it's about 229. I went and checked. It is selling for about 240 before tax. That includes shipping. So you're talking 260, maybe even 270 out the door, depending on what kind of box you can get. At the end of the day, I think this will be worth money. It will always be worth money. I think over time it will get better, but with the new sets that are coming out, there's going to be a lot of sets going to overshadow this until it becomes a 10-year-old set or more. Then the price will probably start going up a lot more, kind of like the original Modern Masters is. So, is it worth investing in? I'm still on the fence. So, before I make that decision for you guys and give you my personal opinion, let's take a look at the actual cards inside this set. So, here are the cards inside the set. Let's take a look at some of the home runs. Obviously, top of the list, Chalice of the Void. Easily a $60 card, almost a $100 foil. That's a great hit. Jace the Mind Sculptor, $50 card, $6 foil. This is on the upswing again in Modern, which is why this box has probably gained a lot of popularity and price. Phyrexian Obliviator, it's $40 foil, $25 card. I don't see it get played a lot, mainly a commander thing. Good old Ensnaring Bridge got a reprint in here, so it's only 20 bucks or so. $30 foil. Rishidan Port was reprinted. Still a decent card. $30 foil, $18 card. Blood Moon's in the set. Gotta love it. 15 bucks, 24 foil. Eidolon the Great Revel, believe it or not, is a $16 card in this set and 24 bucks foil. The old Doomsday got a reprint for those legacy players out there who like the combo decks. $15, $37 foil. Pact of Negation reprint, always great card. 13 and 25. Master of the Wild Hunt, amazingly, is 12 and 22. It's kind of weird. Good old Gisela, Blade of the Good Knight. Gold Knight. So she's 12 bucks, sporting a $40 to $30 foil, which is sweet. Twilight Mire, part of the land cycle. The foil and the basic land itself are about the same price. Luminarch Ascension, about the same. 10 bucks, $16 foil. Fetid Heath, like I said, all the lands are pretty much foil or non-foil. You get about the same price, maybe a dollar difference on it. Vendilion Clique, been reprinted a lot, so it's only around 40 bucks. This bad boy, I had no idea that Animar, Soul of the Elements, is a $9 card and anywhere from $150 to a $70 mythic foil. Say what? Oh my. Imperial Recruiter was reprinted in this set as well. $30 foil on an $8 card. And then from here, you're going to notice that as we go down, a lot of these cards are only $5, $6 cards. But a lot of these cards have high foil value. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you didn't hear that. I had to sneeze. So, moving right along, like I said, the high foil value, even though the card itself is not worth as much, Protean Hawk, Armageddon, Elvish Piper, all great cards, but in foil, we're talking $22 Protean Hawk, $13, $15 Piper again, $20 Elmaris Call. We have a Rest in Peace for 13 and 7. Utopia Sprawl, the first uncommon hitting the list, as a $6 uncommon and a $26 to $24, $25 basically foil rare. That is insane. Sonic Resonator. It's looking like 40 to. It says 40 to 10. This is insane pricing. Let's say we'll break it even at 20, but oof, it's worth 40. That's incredible rare. And it keeps going down. Summoner's Pact. Darren the King of Keljor. Uh, Tree of Redemption. And the second uncommon, the Red Elemental Blast. $30 foil. It's an uncommon. Freed from the Real, an uncommon, worth $7 foil, $3 regular. I mean, the uncommons are worth money. Everything's worth money. Thalia foils, $14. Like, there's so much uncommons. Lightning Bolt, Swords to Plowshares. Even some of the tokens, the Fish Kraken tokens, are sporting $3. Just because they're old, nobody has them. So, like, overall, I think these card prices uh, really justify the box price. So one thing you got to realize too, because Masters 25 is a Masters set, it has less packs in. I think it does have 24 packs in a box. Um, so keep that in mind. But at the same time, I mean, hitting one or two of these mythics can really pay for the box. But as we've seen in other box opening videos, that can be hard to pull off. So at the end of the day, do I think Masters 25 is investable? I think it is, but I think for the price of it, at current price of 250, unless you got in early and you actually have some boxes, I would definitely keep them because over time they are going to be worth a small fortune, I think. Um, so do keep them, but I actually don't think I'd invest money in this product. At 250 a box, guys, you can buy collector boxes right now that we know are going through the roof. Like for example, a collector box for Modern Horizons 2 that has fetch lands and foil ones at that. So, like, come on. Or buy a collector's booster box, Zendikar Rising, where you guarantee two box toppers. You might get two fetch lands. Plus, there's fetch lands in it that are foil. Like, I just think there's better ways to spend money, and I hate to say this to Masters 25. It was bad then. It's okay now, but it's still not investable. This is going to be one of those things where people will eventually buy it. It's going to be a novelty, but I don't think this will ever be that I've got to have something I'm going to pay big money for it, and people are going to start buying this card out. Because remember, a lot of these cards are reprints, and they're going to be reprinted again. So, with that said, that's my advice. I'd buy something else other than this. If you do have these, hey, kudos to you. You're going to make money. Just sit on them a little longer. Like 7 more years. So, at the end of the day, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.